Good morning. Tell you, this is still a very tough forecast for Monday. Now, we know a storm's coming, so we don't need to argue over if a storm's coming or not, but it really is a matter of that cold air, where it presses. I think the general trend has been it's going to press a little further south, but there's still, an outlier model or two that keeps the storm a little further north. And really, it's going to be, where is that band of a foot of snow going to occur? If you remember yesterday, before I get to that, actually, here's our storm system. Look at how impressive that is. Look, it's like an eye feature on that thing. So that's a very strong storm hitting the country. So the models are now starting to process the data from this, especially by this afternoon. They'll get a much more accurate picture on what's going to happen as they begin to sample this disturbance as it hits the California coast. But this is what I had out from yesterday. It's my preliminary snowfall map. Okay, so a band of 12 plus, 6 to 10 with ice, 4 to 8 more ice. Based on the latest trends, I would have to probably take this and shift this down about maybe 30 miles. Okay, so 6 to 10 would have to go down with maybe more than that. So the 4 to 8 would move. The 6 to 10 would go to 4 to 8 is. The 12 would move down to where the 6 to 10 line is. Okay, 4 to 8 would move down here, and this would all come down as well. So it would put most of all of New Jersey from here on up in 12 plus, 6 to 10 down below, say, Newark, Delaware, into South Jersey, and 4 to 8 extreme South Jersey, South Central Delaware. So, but I'm not going to change that yet. I'm just telling you what the trends are showing. But, I always put this out knowing it was preliminary. So let's take a look at the GFS model, because the reason I'm showing the GFS model here is because out of all the mayhem that's in the models right now, looks the most reasonable because it's been the most consistent. So in the last, say, 4 or 5 runs, except for the 6Z run that just came out, but I don't really look at the odd lot runs, but it's been consistent. So here we go. This is on Sunday, 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, this is light snow, breaks out Sunday during the day. The accumulating snow really starts, say, around 1 o'clock in the morning on Monday. You can see our rain snow line right there, and as this comes in, you can see the cold air presses, and it really holds from this extreme northern Delaware northward. And this is all accumulating snow by 1 o'clock in the morning Monday. By the time, 7 o'clock in the morning Monday. By the time we get to 1 p.m. Monday, heavy snow everywhere. So by the time you wake up Monday morning, all models are agreeing the storm is going to be accumulating by then. So Monday's not going to be the ideal day to be getting out on the roads. It's going to be snowing steadily and accumulating probably an inch an hour through most of this event. As we get to Monday night, the storm's not over yet. You can see it's snow in all areas. So really that transition for areas like central Delaware, extreme South Jersey, by the time we get to Monday night, that goes to snow everywhere. So any ice that you have mixing in, it won't be a lot of rain in this situation. It'll be a lot of ice, changes back to snow. And then finally the storm leaves late Monday night, maybe Tuesday around 1 a.m. So the storm looks like it definitely will be over after midnight Tuesday. And again, the accumulating snow is starting early Monday morning, meaning around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, continuing until Monday night. Just to show you how this is driving me a little bit crazy here. Take a look at this is the European model, not the European, the Canadian model. And the Canadian model says, you know what, we're going to keep this storm south. So forget about what the GFS said. We're going to have moderate snow accumulations in North Jersey and Central Jersey, and everybody south of that here is going to get 10 inches of snow. Complete contradicting what the Europeans saying, complete contradicting what the GFS is saying, but it's not contradicting what the NAM is saying. But the NAM model is not that accurate in the long range. So it's making me a little nervous, though, because usually when I see an outlier model, this is not going to happen. But the trend, it means that the trend might shift a little further south, which is why I might have to adjust that snowfall map. And the ensemble models, which basically take the main model and try to correct them for error, have a little bit of a trend south too. So that's why I'm thinking I might have to adjust that map this weekend, but I'm staying put for now. And then you throw the 6Z GFS run. So there's 2 main runs of the model, so you guys know. There's a 12Z and a 0Z. That's Zulu time. It's just a different way they measure time. In America, we have 2 odd lot runs called the 6 and 18Z. They're not as accurate, but the 18Z GFS is doing the exact opposite of what the Canadian's doing. So the 18Z GFS, or the 6Z GFS, is saying, well, it's going to be more ice in most of South Jersey and Central Jersey, and the snow's going to stay to the north. And it's mind-boggling because it just throws another fly in the ointment to try to figure this out. So what I did is I tried to throw out the garbage. So I'd say, okay, 6C runs not an accurate run. Let's focus on last night's runs. And last night's runs did show a trend a little further south of what I had yesterday morning. So right now, I'm going to stick with what I have, but keep in mind it's very likely, not very, it's decently likely that this 12 line is going to shift down to say about here, and this 6 to 10 inch line is going to shift down to say about here, and that's probably what's going to end up happening. And all of this is going to get shifted south. So the 6 to 10 moves to the 8 to 12. 8 to 12 moves up here. So that's all for now. Keep checking in throughout the day on Twitter, and I'll keep you updated.